Alright guys, today I'm going to be checking out a video from Modi Speaks titled Muslim Immigrant Throws Tantrum Because Christmas Market Isn't Halal Enough. As always, check out the original content creator, show us some love. So buckle up guys, let's get into this.
Hey guys, my name is Modi and you are welcome to Modi Speaks. So, if you guys are wondering why I keep my attention focused on this particular issue, well, it is because these guys are more serious than you think, okay? These guys are not playing. They are getting bolder and bolder. And the people who are supposed to fight back against their invasion are very scared and very afraid of doing so for fear of criticisms or losing their sources of livelihood. And I understand sometimes. Now, that is why it has fallen on somebody like me to hold these guys on the jugular and fight against their nefarious agenda. I figured that as a black person, I actually enjoy a lot of privileges, contrary to what people say, okay? I think black people hold all the privileges. One of the privilege is the privilege to criticize and call out anything, anyone, and any ideology that deserves to be criticized without being accused of one phobia or one racism or the other. Sure, I do get called out or, called names from time to time, but it doesn't get as crazy as it would have surely gotten if I was white. So, guys, I'm going to take advantage of this black privilege for the greater good. Now, when you see a Christian or a Jew traveling all the way to Saudi Arabia, let's say, Saudi Arabia and decides to live in Saudi Arabia. But then, during one of Saudi's Islamic festivals, maybe one of their Eid celebrations, this Christian or Jew decides to cause an outrageous uproar because he couldn't find any kosher food or pork sausages. How do you think that little escapade will end for the Jew or for the Christian? You guys know what is going to happen. You know the answer to that. In fact, I haven't come across any scenario like that because non Muslims, okay, non Muslims obviously have the common sense to understand that you don't visit one's country and demand that they throw away their culture and then adapt to yours. As a Christian, I won't be so dumb and equally so entitled to go all the way to Pakistan or Afghanistan, join an Eid celebration, and then start demanding bacon or pork ribs. I won't do that. If I go to Pakistan, then I have already reconciled myself to the idea of dining in Pakistani cuisine, or better still, finding any African restaurant in Pakistan where I can eat familiar food, and that is that. But guys, Muslims in the United Kingdom would beg to differ. They think otherwise. They believe that the UK is ultimately theirs now, okay? They feel like the entire United Kingdom society should rotate on its axis to accommodate and fulfill their religious, cultural, and traditional, demands to the extent that they are now crashing Christmas markets and demanding halal foods. Take a look.
I'm going to tell you what no one tells you about the Christmas markets in York. Is it halal? Come with me, you big donut. Is it halal?
I'm not too sure actually.
Is it halal?
No.
No. Is it halal? Like, is it halal?
Do normally, but I haven't got room.
No. I can't lie, I'm quite disappointed. There's nothing halal, man. But after asking the whole city of York, I found you the spots. In third place is these steak and chips from Cut and Craft. I was a tiny bit skeptical about the meat, so I just went for the chips with the parmesan and peppercorn sauce. And you know what? They did the job nicely. In second place has to be Crumbles. The apple and cinnamon crumble with custard was absolutely amazing. The custard was creamy, fresh and hot. But the thing that stood out for me the most after the flavour was their customer service. Absolutely top notch. In first place has to be Northern Brownies. As soon as I took my first bite, I was mesmerised. These might just be some of the best brownies I've ever had in my life. If you want to find more hidden gems that cater to everyone, don't forget to follow me, you big donut.
First of all, what does a Christmas market have to do with halal? It is a Christmas market, not a Ramadan mask market.
So he's clearly just trying to rage bait with that because that didn't really make any sense at all as to why someone would be going to a Christmas market and be expecting to see halal. That doesn't even make any sense. That he's just being an idiot. Like, that's just rage bait because he knows that it's not going to be halal. Like, what part of Christmas market tells you that it's going to be halal there? And those white people were quite kind because I was going to tell them to fuck off. Like, I'm not even joking because I'm not even here for your stupidness because that's just dumb. Okay, that is dumb. Like, it's just like rage bait for no reason. It's just annoying decent common folk because they're like trying to make a living. And you come off asking your foolishness, is it halal? Bitch, you know it's not halal. The fuck?
Okay, it is very ironic that the same Muslims who claim that they don't celebrate Christmas, who even prohibit wishing Christians happy Christmas, yet they are going out of their way to visit Christmas markets and demanding Islamic products. They want to have their Islamic products in their Islamic spaces and also have it in Christian spaces. Guys, if that is not invasion tactics 101, then I don't know what is. Why must the Christians of the United Kingdom in their Christian country and in their Christian communities and spaces be forced or compelled to introduce non-Christian practices like halal foods in their spaces? Why? These Muslim invaders pretend like halal products are banned in the UK, okay? When in fact, it is not. It is not. The United Kingdom have been brainwashed, okay, into allowing and accommodating gruesome halal practices. In fact, every corner in every UK street has one or two halal shops where you can buy halal products to your heart's content. These Muslims know it. They are aware of that. Yet, they are not content. They want their Islamic rituals to permeate every nook and cranny of Western society, including exclusively Christian spaces. That is why they raise money, buy off churches, and then convert these churches into mosques in the UK and other parts of the Western world. They are not just content with conquering Western societies, they are also invested in conquering their religious spaces. That is how serious these guys are. They are freaking serious, okay? They want to Islamize the whole world. They are aiming to establish Islamic caliphate in the entire globe, and they are more than willing to achieve that through the foulest means possible. I recently saw a video of an Islamic imam and his followers standing in front of a Methodist church in the United Kingdom and soliciting donations from fellow Muslims in order to purchase that Methodist church and convert it into a mosque. Watch.
دەسمەدەن پرۆژێکی زۆر گەورەیە ئەو کەنیسەیە بە ئیزنی ئەڵڵا تەحویلە بێ بۆ مزگەوت هاوشۆی کەنیسەکانی تر کە تەحویل کراون بە هیمەتی ئێوە بۆ مزگەوت ئەو پرۆژەیە سەتە شێستی پارەکانی.
First of all, I want to see every single one of these people's papers. Because ain't no way all these motherfuckers are legal. This guy is not even speaking English. He doesn't even sound like he can speak English. The two bearded weirdos on the side of him look like they don't speak English either. And I want to see their papers. The only one that might actually be born in this country is the little boy right there. The rest of these people need to produce their papers. I have no idea what they're saying because they're not speaking English. I know that this particular image that I'm seeing right now is not something that makes me feel happy anyway. There's not like positive vibes when I see this. This looks like some type of war propaganda video from Chechnya. Definitely doesn't look like England.
جور کراوە سەد چلێکی ماوە نزیکە 400,000 مان پێویستە ئەو پرۆژە بە ملیۆنێک و 100,000 کراوە ئەلێرە.
I'm sure you guys don't understand Arabic, so you will not be shocked yet, okay? But wait until I read out what this guy just said. He said, word for word, I'm gonna read it verbatim, okay? In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds. Dear brothers and sisters in faith, this is the next house of worship we aim to reclaim for Islam. We have already transformed.
If their God is the most merciful, why in the world is every single Islamic country a shithole? And I mean that disrespectfully. Like, every single Islamic country is a shithole. Okay, even the ones that are rich, Dubai, okay, they have zero human rights. It's a shithole. It's just an extravagant shithole. I would never live there. I would never visit there. In fact, I would never give any of these Arab countries my money, period. Okay? When it comes to visiting a Muslim country, There are some Muslim countries in Africa that I would visit, but that again, that's very nuanced in how I would even approach it. I just find it interesting that they claim their God is the most merciful and stuff like that, but pretty much every Muslim country is in a war, pretty much genocide all over the place, Muslims killing Muslims all over the place, and somehow your God has not managed to actually enact any mercy yet. Fascinating. Just fascinating that these people can be saying that nonsense in the midst of reality.
Many such places from churches into mosques. Your support is crucial in this noble mission. Donate generously to help us purchase and convert this church into a place of true worship for Allah. Every contribution brings us closer to victory. May Allah reward you abundantly. Allahu Akbar. Yeah, I translated that video using different online translators, and every one of them gave me the same translation. You can translate it yourself to just clear up any doubts. But guys, I never miss. I always verify everything I tell you guys. So these guys are actively trying to send your culture into oblivion. They are trying to destroy your.
See, I feel mixed in when it comes to this situation because yes, the Muslims are buying it, but we can't ignore the fact that it's the white Brits who are selling it in the first place. I would never sell my church to turn it into a mosque, ever. If I was a white Christian and our organization or our family or what have you, or the government own these churches, I would never, ever sell any of them to Muslims. Ever. Like, ever. In fact, they need to put a cap on how much mosques are allowed to be in this country, because this is not an Islamic country. Okay, there should not be mosques. Okay, in every neighborhood of the United Kingdom. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, and a lot of it, yeah, I actually do blame the white population, because while you were busy staring at black people and wondering what black Caribbeans are getting up to, you took your eyes off the ball, and the South Asian Muslims are able to come in, infiltrate, and begin to take over in your own country. That's why you have 5 Muslim mayors now, okay? You haven't got 5 black mayors. No. Because you couldn't wait to oppress black people because you thought we were the real threat. Turns out we were just as clueless as you. But wait, maybe not actually as clueless, because we were aware of this Muslim takeover like 10 years ago. Okay, in black communities in England, we talk about it. We're all aware. Like, hold on a minute. There's like a Muslim takeover going on here, and not like in like a war. It's like a much more sinister. Okay, they're infiltrating your politicians. They are infiltrating your school systems. They're infiltrating our universities. Okay, and the white population just allowed it to happen. So when you continue to sell them churches and stuff like this, yeah, you are in essence contributing to your own downfall. Because guess what? They would never sell you a mosque turned into a church. I bet you that shit. That's the thing. So part of it, I don't know if I should feel sympathy or just irritated, because I have no idea why you people are allowed this to happen in the first place.
Churches and then erect mosques in its place. They are gaslighting your Christian community into accepting Muslim practices, and they are succeeding. It is working. They are getting their way, and you are letting them conquer you from within without even firing a single shot. And come to think of it, guys, halal, the so-called permissible way of preparing food, is nothing but a ritual steeped in cruelty and complete disregard for the sufferings of the animals. For meat to be halal, it must come from allowed animals, okay, like sheep, goats, cows, and chickens, not pigs. Yeah, because of course, pork is considered haram, that is forbidden. Now, the main thing that makes it halal is the method by which the animal was killed, guys. And I'm going to give you the gory details because, yes, it is high time we expose this nonsense. Now, you get an animal and it must be healthy and alive at the time of killing, okay? Then you position this animal in a way that faces Mecca. I don't know. I don't know how they find the position that faces Mecca. In case you don't know, Mecca is their holy city in Saudi Arabia. Now, a Muslim slaughterman recites Bismillah Allahu Akbar, which means in the name of Allah. Allah is the greatest, right before a cut. Then, with a razor sharp knife, they slice the throat in one swift motion, severing the windpipe, esophagus, and major blood vessels like the jugular veins and the carotid arteries. Okay, now the blood is allowed to drain completely while the animal bleeds out because Islam prohibits consuming blood. You know, you just make a sharp cut, just like that, on its throat, okay? Not enough to kill it outrightly, but enough to make it go through extreme agonizing torture before it bleeds to death. No pre-slaughter stunning is traditionally allowed, as it might kill the animal before the ritual cut, or it might render the animal impure. And there, after making the animal see its own death with its own eyes, you have your magnificent halal meat right before your eyes. Guys, this method is not some quick, painless end. It is prolonged agony for the creature.
Yeah, so to me, that sounds like some type of weird, archaic, like blood ritual. Like, I'm not really sure. That just the whole like it just seems really weird to me. I'm not really sure why you'd want to prolong the suffering of an animal. I'm not sure why you think muttering some random Arabic words are going to do anything when it's not going to do anything at all because your God doesn't actually exist. So it's just really weird. Like, but I also find it fascinating that how much bullshit humans could come up with, yeah, to create rituals to back up their delusions. Because that's what it really is when you look at it. It's like a really big delusion that's been given and handed down through generations to other people to be just as deluded as you are. But here's what I do know. If I get a razor and slash your neck, not all the way, just, I don't know, a quarter, and I tip your head into a certain angle, it's going to take you a while, a few minutes to bleed out. Your legs will be kicking, your hands will be trying to stop the blood coming out, your eyes will be wild, you'll be frailing around, terrified. And that's basically what the animal is going through. I can't see how that's humane. I don't know, that's just weird. Like, I just find that strange.
Without stunning, which is standard in Western abattoirs to render animals unconscious and insensitive to pain, but with halal, the beast is fully aware as its throat is slashed. Imagine the horror. A cow or a sheep, eyes wide, struggling as the blood gushes out, its heart pumping furiously to keep it alive for minutes. Studies show that animals can remain conscious for up to 2 minutes, okay? Feeling every second of the pain, the choking on their own blood, the dizziness from blood loss. That
Exactly. Like, to me, that's actually kind of demonic. Like, that's like really, really weird. Like, I'm not sure why you'd think that killing something in that manner was somehow better than stunning it to making it unconscious and then killing it. I just find it weird, right? Because like if we switched out the sheep for a human, none of those people who want in halal meat would ever want to be killed in the way that they kill their animals. They would prefer to be stunned and then killed so they don't feel any pain. But for some reason, it's completely okay to torture an animal and let an animal feel pain and bleed out, frailing around, scared out of his mind. That's fine. Okay? Very odd. Like the rationale is not rationaling.
is so inhumane. Animal welfare experts from groups like the RSPCA in the UK or the PETA worldwide have slammed this as cruel and outdated. In the EU and the UK, laws mandate stunning for all slaughter to minimize suffering, but they make religious exemptions for halal, allowing this barbarism to continue. Denmark and even Sweden tried banning halal slaughter, but Muslim communities cried discrimination and Islamophobia. Meanwhile, videos from halal slaughterhouses have leaked out multiple times, showing animals thrashing in pools of blood, lowing in panic, sometimes botched cuts, leading to even longer torment. It is not humane. It is torture sanctified by religion. And it is not just about the animals, guys. It is also the economic side of it. Halal certification bodies charges fees for their stamps, okay, creating a multi-billion-dollar industry that funnels money to Islamic organizations, even those with ties to radical groups. In the UK, estimates say up to 25% of meat is halal, often unlabeled, so unsuspecting consumers even eat it without choice, okay? You have schools, hospitals, airlines, even McDonald's in some areas switch to halal to accommodate everybody, forcing everyone into the system. The government just stands by and watches. They do nothing, okay? They do nothing because they just want to avoid being accused of Islamophobia. Is this what the heroes fought for in your country? Is this it? Did the heroes of the Western world give their lives for their country just to have their children hand it over to their enemies? If the people of the United Kingdom let halal take over markets, okay, like the Christmas market, then what is going to be next? Sharia zones, gender segregated spaces? We have seen it in no-go areas across Europe. I have seen it. Why can't the UK and other Western nations vet for value alignment during immigration? Don't just welcome everybody into your country. Look for people whose values, whose practices, whose culture, whose tradition match yours to avoid these kind of problems, to avoid people screaming in your faces that they can't find halal food. Why accept these guys into your country if they have no plan to assimilate? I mean, if you cannot handle a pork sausage at a Christmas fair, then maybe the West is not for you. Guys, it really, really hurts my heart watching great nations that stood against tyranny now kneel to entitlement. Your grandfathers, your great grandfathers fought wars for sovereignty. Please, please, and please, don't let it slip away. Fight against this. We reasonable folks around the world stand with you. Thank you for watching this video, guys. These are my thoughts, these are my opinions, but feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, guys, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or supporting the channel any way that you can. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.
So yeah, I think I made my thoughts quite clear during the process of that video. I feel like he was just rage baiting because none of that made any sense. Like, you can't go to a Christmas market and be shocked that it's not halal. So I'm not really even taking him serious because he just did that on purpose. That was just rage bait, right? Like, he knew that would get a reaction and clickbait. In relation to the second clip she showed us, I have absolutely no idea why these people are allowed to buy churches in the first place. It's just beyond me. So I don't really have anything to say other than, well, if they're allowed to buy it, then they're buying it, right? I definitely feel like there should not be as much mosques as there are, and we should not be allowing any more. But outside of that, it's kind of like, well, this is capitalism, right? If it's for sale, no one's using it, then they're gonna buy it and use it, innit? I suppose. Like, it is what it is, man. This is capitalism. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Drop it down in the bottom. Let's have a bit of a discourse.